Welcoming Ben Tesch, head-to-head bass angler to the Sports Coach today. Ben, how you doing today, man?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. I'm excited to talk to you. I'm excited for everyone to learn about you and get us pumped up for this head-to-head season. I can't wait. It's going to be a really fun season. Uh, let's go right into it. How did you get interested in fishing? Do you have an earliest fishing memory that you can share with us?
Yeah, so I'd say I got started about ever since I could hold a rod. We would go up to my grandparents' cabin up near Crandon and just started fishing off the dock, going out with my grandpa and his boat, and that kind of led to my dad getting more into it. And he bought a boat, and we started going.
So it started off, Grandpa was more interested
Yep.
in fishing,
Yeah.
and that kind of drew you to it.
Yep. My dad, he was big into fly fishing. He was a commercial fly tyer, and he never really did much like traditional, but my grandpa had, and that's kind of who I learned that from. And then we both kind of took with it and ran with it.
Yeah, I love the family aspect of it, and I mean, what better than quality time with Grandpa and Dad?
Right.
How cool is that?
Yep.
We're talking about your dad. You and your dad are partners this
Yep.
head-to-head season. How did that come about? How did you end up picking Dad, or how did Dad pick you to be partners for this upcoming season?
Well, my dad and I, we have this unbeatable bond between the two of us. We're very similar. We like doing the same things. I think we have a lot of knowledge when it comes to um, when to like back out of an area or when to go to a new area. We kind of like read each other's minds, I think, and that really helps.
Yeah, that's super helpful. Um, do you have a leader on the boat? I know it's probably a strange dynamic.
Yeah.
Like, can I step on Dad's toes here? It's still Dad at the end of the day. Do you get to take a leadership role on the boat?
I mean, I take the leadership when it comes to like running the trolling motor and like making some of those decisions, but I don't really think we have one. We both drive the boat. We were both run the trolling motor. We both make the decisions. We don't really have anyone set in stone of he's going to make the decisions. I think it's both of us coming together and talking about it and that way.
So in head to head, it's like a 4 hour just sprint.
Yep.
It's mass chaos, and like there are going to be a lot of times where it's all right. We got to get out of this area.
Yep.
What happens if father son are not in sync with each other? What if you disagree with Dad? How does that conversation play out? Because obviously time is of the essence in this format. So I guess in that respect, does there become someone who essentially like makes that tough decision? Is it always going to be like a 50-50 split on the boat?
I think it'll be 50-50, but I think if it's really coming down on the burner that we need to make a decision fast, I think that I'm capable of doing that and I will take charge.
Yeah, if you are really feeling a strong conviction
Yep.
about something, that's huge, man. That's a big step in the maturity of a person, and especially when it's Dad in front of you. You know.
I agree.
So good for you. Um, how does conflict go down between you two? Um, how do you guys handle that, and will it carry over off the boat?
We never really seem to have too much conflict in the boat, but if we do, I might turn the troll motor on 10 and crank to the side and just fling them out of the boat. But uh, I probably won't do
Oh,
that. But we just talk through it a lot. We value each other's opinions and try to come up with the best decision we can.
if you do end up flinging him off the boat, that will be great television, and we will
I,
applaud you in the studio. We will give you a round of applause. That would be fantastic.
yeah, it wouldn't be too pretty though. I don't think he's a very good swimmer.
You could always fish him out. You could
Yeah.
fish him out. Use the nets. You're fine. Do you have any pre-match rituals? Like you're heading into a big event. Is there something you need to do? Are you a superstitious guy? Do you wear like the same smelly socks every event?
Um, I like to make sure everything in the boat's organized. Like all of our knots are perfect. We get gas beforehand. I just don't like to have to worry about anything in the morning. Like, did we do that? Did we do this? Like, I want everything to be ready to go and ready to compete right away in the morning.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that makes sense. Why scramble around that
Right.
morning? Added stress, no thank you. If you could pick one sponsor that you would represent, it can be a dream sponsor. Throw a dream out there. Who would it be and why?
I think if I had to pick, I think I'd choose Red Bull. I think that
Yeah,
that's
there you go.
like they haven't really dabbled in the fishing industry. That's more sports racing and extreme sports, but I think that'd be really cool to have in the fishing industry.
Yeah, and could you imagine a nice little Red Bull fridge in your on
Right.
your boat,
I
just
know.
ready to
Yeah.
ready to go at all times?
That'd
Yeah,
be awesome.
and you fishermen are up early too,
Yeah.
so that little caffeine kick was fantastic. Um, yeah, I think Red Bull, if you're listening,
I
this
agree.
is a market. This
Hit
is
me
a
up.
market for you. Yeah, there you go. Uh, all right, I'm not a fisherman, but I've heard some horror stories. My boss was telling me about this story, a devastating event where he saw a boat in front of him. They came in, brought their tournament bag, and as they were transferring it from boat to shore, the whole bag fell into the water. Lost their entire bag for the day. Have
Ooh.
you had anything devastating like that happen to you personally? Have you witnessed anything like that?
First of all, that's pretty brutal. I couldn't
Oh,
imagine losing
yes.
my whole weight for the day, just gone. But last year we fished the Bassmaster High School National Championship on Lake Chickamauga, and we had a pretty devastating. On the first day, we only had 2 fish for our 3 limit, and we dumped that third one a couple times. And if we would have caught a 2 pounder, we would have made the third day cut. But just that 1 or 2 fish that we missed, it costed us that third day.
Yeah. Do you have a hard time getting over an event like that? Like, did you spend the next day beating yourself up over that, or like play the what if game? It's tough
Yeah,
to have happen to anyone.
right. I mean, I thought about it, but on the second day, I couldn't beat myself down because we only had 2 fish. We still had to go out
Sure.
and catch them. But looking back now, I wish we would have had that third one. But
Yeah, for
just
sure.
how the cards fell.
When something like that happens, are you able to look back upon it and like improve your game because of it?
Oh, there's definitely like aspects of that. We're always like recording our stuff, so you can see like when you mess something up, maybe like what you did or like how you could improve on it. That's kind of the way
Yeah.
I look at it, is ways to get better, not just beat yourself up on it.
Yeah, perfect. I'm gonna throw you a little curveball here before we jump into like your personal stuff.
Yep.
Can you give us a little bit about your fishing life? You have a big adventure ahead of you next year. Can you
Yes.
tell us a bit of where you're going? You're a scholarship fisherman from what I
Yep.
understand,
Yep.
correct? Yeah. Could you let us know what's happening with that next year and where you're going?
Yeah, so I would say like halfway through my junior year, I kind of was getting recruited to go fishing. There was a handful of schools I was looking into, and I visited a bunch of them, and ultimately I chose the University of Montevallo. Um, that school is just a powerhouse in the college fishing, and I just fell in love with it.
No, that's in Alabama, correct?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, so hey, it's warm. You get to fish all year
Oh
round.
yeah.
That sounds pretty nice. Um, yeah, I had no clue scholarship fishing was a thing until Tyler Corey started working here. Learned a whole bunch about that, and it just happens to be that's the path that he took. Right,
Yep.
he went
That's
to that same exact college.
cool. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
congratulations,
Thank
man.
you.
It's really
Yeah.
impressive. That's for someone who knows nothing about this. How does a school find out about you? Um,
Um,
Through
so I guess,
tournaments, or how does that work? Sorry.
yeah, tournaments and like social media aspects of it, like almost like they could watch head to head videos and like kind of learn about me as a person. And but a lot of like tournament history and like finishes, because that's kind of what they're looking for is how are they going to win the next national championship and be team of the year. That's
Yeah. It's the ultimate goal, right?
right.
Yeah. Fantastic. Well, congratulations again. We wish you the best of luck
Thank you.
in your next 4 years.
Yep.
Do they red shirt fishermen? How does
No.
that work?
No.
Okay. Hey, I didn't know. They might
Yeah.
use a developmental year, maybe. All right, on to learning a little bit about Ben as a person here. Ben, who has impacted your life outside of fishing the most?
Oh, I would say my dad. He's always been there to inspire me to become the best human I can. Whether it's been fishing or just life, he's always been super supportive and influential towards me.
Yeah, that's helpful, especially with
Yeah.
kids trying to achieve their goals. Great job, Dad. Best moment of your life outside of fishing?
Ooh. This is kind of going towards the school thing, but attending the University of Montevallo with academic scholarships, not just fishing, but my high school career has transcribed into college with my grades and all that has helped that.
Do you have a major in mind?
Yes, business marketing.
Oh, hey, that might go hand in hand with fishing,
Yeah.
Ben. Nice job. I see the empire being built right now. Nice job, my man. What is motivation for you to be successful? Are you a financially driven person? Are you looking for like trophies, accolades? Like, what drives you to be successful?
Well, I have the goals to become a professional fisherman, and just seeing like the other people that are in the position that I want to be in one day, that has really motivated me, as well as having a super supportive family who motivates me to become the best person I possibly can.
Nice. So we're gonna have expert anglers watching this, and then people that are just trying to knock on the door and get their
Yep.
foot into the sport. What's some advice that you can give someone who is just starting out as a fisherman?
Ooh. I would say just don't overcomplicate it. There's there's no need to go spend tons of money on 30 different rod and reel combos. You could go get a couple of them and get good with a couple of specific tactics that and those could be used all over the country. Like you don't have to go be the biggest baller and have everything. You can get by with a couple baits and but also I would say to fish with as many people as possible. Like you'll learn so much fishing with everyone. Don't just go fish with your best buddy. Fish with as many people as you can.
Yeah, I feel like people bring different tactics to their own fishing game, and
Yeah,
it's cool to learn what they do and show what you do as well.
exactly.
What are some hobbies outside of hunting and fishing?
I like to watch a lot of sports. Go to a bunch of Packer games every year. Watch the Brewers, the Bucks. Just I'm super competitive, so staying in that stuff really gets
Are
me.
you strictly a hometown guy? Are those all your favorite teams,
Yeah,
the
I
hometown
would say
teams?
so. Yeah.
Do you have a favorite player that you really like to focus on?
Mhm. Some of the younger guys on the Brewers are pretty fun to watch, like Churio and.
Yeah. Yeah, let's hope they stick around and we get to
Yeah,
watch them
I agree.
develop throughout their career. I totally agree with you. If you could have any superpower, what would it be and why?
Ooh, I would have to say teleportation. I think it'd be awesome to be able to go to Alaska for a couple of days or go anywhere you want fishing and just go in the flip
Yeah.
of a light switch.
Oh, I agree. How fantastic would that be? All right, you're stranded on an island alone. You get to bring 3 items. What 3 items are you bringing?
I'm gonna bring a fishing pole, a
Okay.
hammock, and my dog. Oh,
Your dog.
yeah,
I love it. What kind of dog do you have?
yellow lab.
Good
Gotta
for
gotta
you.
have your companion with you.
Yes, you do. Hey, I love it. Tell me how you're starting a fire, though.
Rub sticks together.
Okay. Hey, you're a
I
better
don't know
man
if it'll
than
get me
me.
very far, but I'll try.
You're sure going to try. Awesome. At the end of the day, you have your dog, and what could go wrong? Hey, great answer. That's the first dog answer I've gotten, and I greatly appreciate it. Plan your perfect meal. You can have as many courses as you want. What are you eating, and what are you drinking?
So we're gonna go to Klinger's Real Barbecue in Watoma.
Okay.
We're gonna get some ribs, mac and cheese, and cornbread. And then we're gonna wash it all down with a Dr. Pepper.
Are you having a dessert with that?
Maybe we'll get some ice cream on the way home. But
You're gonna have to find a spot in Alabama, man. Getting that barbecue feast on sounds like an all right time. You get to bring 3 people to that dinner. They can be with us or past already. Who are you going to bring and why?
I'll bring Ben Milliken, just because he's an absolute legend on YouTube. He's so fun to watch and really energetic. Seth Fighter, he's a really cool dude. I enjoy watching him. And then Dustin Connell. He seems like I've met him a couple times, and he's a super nice guy and really energetic.
A high energy meal with ribs and mac and cheese. What can go wrong with that? Right. You guys are going to have a good time. All right, we're going to hit the favorites here. Favorite movie?
The Sandlot.
Timeless. That's a classic.
Yeah. When I was,
you have a favorite character in The Sandlot?
Squints. Everyone used to say I always looked like him when I was growing up, and he's a pretty legendary scene in the movie when he drowns. Yeah.
Yes. Good for him. And it paid off for him. Ended up marrying Wendy. So hats off. Favorite TV show?
I don't really watch a bunch of TV, but I like to watch a lot of YouTube. But I would say Jay Siemens, Brandon Palaniuk, and Chris B are probably my favorite 3 people to watch. I just think their camera work is pretty cool, and they're some of the best in the outdoors on YouTube.
All right. And favorite band, favorite artist, music-wise?
I like a lot of country, like Morgan Wallen, Cole Wetzel, some of those people.
All right. Ben, the last question here. Who is going to be that number 1 seed? The number 1 seed is really important this year. You get a bye, you get a check. Everyone is gunning for this. I've heard from numerous people, they're giving it all. They're not leaving anything in the tank this year. Who's going to be that number 1 seed?
I think this is a tough question because I think all 10 teams are capable. It's just who will be the most consistent. And I think that you definitely need to have some confidence in yourself. So I'll say that my dad and I will be the number 1 team.
I appreciate the confidence. Great answer. All that being said, who is going to win most valuable angler this year? Who's going to be the MVP of the league?
I think that this year it'll be pretty interesting. I think that I'll be taking home the AOI, but I wouldn't be surprised if some of the younger anglers walk away with it this year. I think there'll be some new diversity, and I think it'll be cool to see some young anglers step on and
a youth movement. And I appreciate the confidence, Ben, calling the shot. Now you just got to back it up come game time. Hey, I'm all for it. Great job, Ben. Ben, I appreciate you, man. You took a lot of time out of your day. Thank you. We are going to be rooting for you here in the studio. Can't wait to watch you all season long. That is Ben Tesch, head-to-head bass angler. Ben, thanks so much. Really appreciate you.
Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
You betcha. Ben Tesch, head-to-head bass. Come check him out all season long right here on Fix.